Hi guys, this is Barb from the Paper Diaries, and today I'm here for a scrapbook layout. And I do mine in this Dilutions mixed media book. It's the large one, the A4 one, I think. And I just can't be bothered to work with loose sheets of paper or spend my money on overpriced page protectors, so I just like to keep it in one book. And I'm starting this layout with a little bit of white gesso, which I just plump on the page, and then I take an old young person's coach card and I use that to apply it to the page. And it creates a nice texture. I don't care too much to make it all, what's the word? Perfect, I guess. I don't really do perfect, so I just, spread it out. And then I do the same thing, but this time I put a teeny tiny bit of blue on my card and I just put it in one spot. I don't spread it along the edge because otherwise that would get everywhere. So I just put it in one spot on the card and then I apply it in the same way. And I'm going for a little bit of texture behind my photo really. And then I add a bit of yellow, and it's a bright Dilutions yellow. It doesn't really show how bright it is, but it is quite bright, which is why I'm just going in little tiny specks of that and applying it in the same exact way as I did with the gesso and with the blue. And after the yellow color, I do the same thing with a gold, and it's quite a watery one, so you'll see me uh, in a bit to that I'll add a little bit more on my card because I'm going for quite a thick textured one. And I just go along the yellow specks just to keep it together. And now I'm just measuring my photo in all that messiness, and I take a bit of a Ranger's Pit Raspberry maybe spray, and I put that in my watercolor pen and I just dab it on top of all the color. And it doesn't really want to sit because there's gesso and there's acrylic paint, so it kind of just like runs around the page, which I don't mind. I quite like the effect it creates when it's dry. And I just plump all of that down, measure if my photo doesn't cover all of it up, because that's happened before where I spend an hour creating something and then I put the photo on and it covers all of it out. And you can see here I'm just making it run and I am drying it, but then I let it air dry after a while. I'm just drying it so that I can move it still a little bit around the page. And I really do like the effect that I created on the background. To be fair, only a teeny bit shows from behind the photo, but that's what I was going for, so I'm going for that. And now here I'm choosing my papers, and I don't remember where the exact papers came from, but these purplish woody lace ones are from Hello Petite Papers Traveler's Notebook kit, and it was the autumn one or fall one. And I've got some tissue paper, and I've also used the Chasing Dreams collection from Maggie Holmes. And I've chosen some papers from that. And then there's the Cedar Lane collection, but I did not choose any from there. And the photo I'm working with is just this photo of me pouring some tea, and it's a square one, and it's from summer a few years back, maybe 2 years back, when I was visiting some friends and I was staying with them, and they are very religious about their tea times. So I thought I would put that in my book because I was feeling quite homesick for that place recently because I used to go there a lot, every summer actually, for quite a while now, and I just really miss that place. And all the people there, so I thought I'd work with this photo from then. And it still makes me laugh the way that they're like never miss a tea time in any given day. There would have to be like a really important emergency for them not to have a tea time, but if anybody can come to tea time, there is tea time. So now I'm just layering some of these papers, and the first one is from a bag from the Hello Petted Paper kit, and there are some bits and bobs in it. So I just used the packaging, and then I'm adding this. It's a beautiful lace on a wooden background kind of paper, and it's a really nice effect, and it works perfectly with the mood that I was going for. And I'm basically just layering papers, so I'll let you watch that and I'll stop rambling now. Here I'm just cutting up the paper, and I'm taking the little top sheet. Well, it's not a sheet, a top line of or piece of paper, and I do actually end up using that. And I also use this piece of lace because there's lace on the paper, but I wanted to put down some real lace again for some texture. I do quite like texture in my layouts, and I don't really um, fuss around with like not being able to close the book and things like that, because I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now it still closes fine, so I'm just doing my thing. And I'm just taking the sheet paper, tissue paper, and layering it under there, under my clusters. And I'm not throwing things on the floor when you see me like reach to the side of my table. I've got a bin bag there, so please don't think I throw bits of paper on the floor, because I don't. I've just stapled the tissue paper because it's got many layers, and if I taped it down, that would be a waste of tape, and I'm not all about that life. So I'm just layering that down, and then I'm layering this beautiful floral paper, and I absolutely love it. And with the rest of it, I'll actually fussy cut out the flowers and use them as embellishments. Not in this layout, but for my future use, because it's just stunning. I absolutely love Hello Petty Paper's designs. She is amazing. But we all already know that. And here found a place for that little I didn't. Yes, I did. I didn't. Oh, I'm cleaning up. Oh, okay, strange timing, but okay, go for it. Here I found a place. I found it a home, so I'm just sticking that down. And after that, I think I went ahead and stuck the lace down. And I just got this at the works for like £1. It was really affordable, and there's quite a bit of it. I do use it again on the layout just to repeat the pattern. But it's really nice, and it adds a nice touch to whatever you make with it. And you can see here like the teeniest tiny bit of paper gets put on my layout. It's just the way I work. I also save the teeny tiny bits of double-sided tape, again because that's just how I work. More cleaning up, and there we go with the lace. Does it make it this time? I think it might. Yeah, it definitely makes it this time. So I just stick that out with double-sided tape because the it will be covered, the place where I put the double-sided tape, so it won't bother me that it like goes through the holes in the lace. And I'm having some troubles peeling that up, as you do. And I'm sorry if like throughout this video I go off frame. I'm filming on my iPhone, so I'm still not quite used to what the reach is. Aha. So my background is dry, and now I'm just putting more double-sided tape on my photo with all the papers in behind it, and I'll just be sticking that down. The more the merrier, apparently. And it's down. And now I've got this little tray full of little embellishments and stickers and a bit more of that lace, just things that I've picked up from my embellishment collection that I thought I might put together with it. And I'm placing this one, which I cut apart from some scrapbook paper. I have no idea where from, but I'm just playing it out now to see where I could put things down. And it did end up being a bit more pink than I than I wanted, but I'm okay with it. I really like how it turned out. So then this little bow I fussy cut out from the Hello Petty papers. One side of it has got these lovely polka dotted bows. I'm in love with them. I need like thousands of them. Here, this is the Chasing Dreams sticker sheet from Maggie Holmes. This is Jen Hetfield's Home, and it's just got lots and lots of labels. I love that. So I'm putting one down, and I think I'll be taping the butterfly down. And I don't tend to use butterflies. I'm not a big fan of butterflies because for me they're still insects. So I see them as insects, and I don't know, I just don't really like them, but it felt like it fits because I feel this layout, it's got a English garden, English roses, English tea time kind of vibe, so I thought I could get away with using my butterfly ephemera so that I wouldn't have to give him away to somebody who actually uses butterflies in their layout. And now I'm sticking another little thing that I fussy cut out from a scrapbook paper. And I think it says today was amazing, something like that. Don't really remember. And end up putting that camera down in that corner. And that's a puffy sticker from Maggie Holmes again, I think. More sticking down. And you can see here like the teeny tiny bits of double-sided tape. If you're a scrapbooker, you know how annoying double-sided tape can get, so I was very proud of myself for not losing my temper with it, because just I can't deal with tiny pieces of double-sided tape. So I stick that down behind that little thing. And now I move on to the left top corner, and I make a little cluster there because I quite like having like a central piece that spreads towards the page and then having a cluster somewhere else on the page. So this time I went with a little cluster here where I'm using a bit of lace, then Forever in My Heart little ephemera piece, which I'm not sure is from where it's from, and then that book I just fussy cut out from the Chasing Dreams collection and from one of the scrapbook papers that I had. Now I'm putting down some puffy stickers. These are were from Kiki K. These are who is it? I got them from Hey Little Magpie. I'm not sure what the collection or the artist is or the designer. Here I'm with this Maggie Holmes stickers again. I'm trying to use some of them in his layout, and I did end up getting this blue bow sticker just to bring a bit more blue in that corner, because I did feel it was becoming a bit too pinky for me. So there's another label from the Jan Hatfield stickers, and I just taped the Forever in My Heart label on top of that label, and there's a lot of labels in what I'm saying. I apologize for repeating myself. There we go. Trying to make it straight, checking that it's straight. Then I tape down the piece of lace, and you can see that the blue bow is now on my hand, so I will be using it. Yeah, I'll be layering it behind the book, but I'll kind of like put it in between there. And I want to use that little house as well, because the layout is about staying at my friend's house. So yeah, just sticking that down. Lots of sticking. I don't know, does it annoy you that I leave so much of it in, or would you prefer for the video to be shorter, but you'd have to witness a lot less of sticking and peeling double-sided tape? Let me know down below what you prefer, and let me know if you prefer talk-throughs or voiceovers or just music. Yeah, I'm really interested in that, because I personally prefer when people talk, so either voiceovers or scrapbook with me, because I like to create while watching people work. So if it's a long video, I am a fan of that, but I don't know, not everybody likes that. And these are from Crate Paper, maybe? It's a Valentine's collection. I'm not sure which collection and from whom, but it's a Valentine one. And I just got that from Hey Little Magpie in my recent order. Guilty. And I put that little heart behind, I layer it behind the little house puffy sticker. And now I'm just trying to place this one, but it doesn't make it because it's just too much of everything for me. And I think it's also because of the busy background that I feel, you know, this one makes it though. There we go. That's done. And now I'm just adding some enamel dots to, well, what is really the reason of enamel dots? I just really love the feel and look of them, and they give a lovely dimension, which I really, really like. So I'm just adding some of those to my layout. And I do work in threes, but I think I ended up putting down 2 more. So in fives, pardon me, in fives on this layout. And now I'm just taking the Ranger's Mist and I'm doing some drops. And here I'm just adding some Heidi Shine, which I was singing the Adele's From Inky Quill song, because I always do now. I'm infected. I'm one of them. And yeah, I'm just adding that in, and I do end up smudging it further on. And I even say goodbye here with my hands, but I forgot that I need to do title, because I don't always do it. That's why I so easily forget. So here I am again, and here's where I smudge it, because I put my alpha sticker sheets on top of the very, very fresh Heidi Shine. But it did not like smudge it too much, so I'm very happy about that, and it was fixable, so I did go in and fix it. I think you'll see me. I think I put it on. I left it in. And so I'm just fussing with the letters because they're all glittery and tiny. This little tiny dot above the eye is just killing me every time. And it's not very straight, it's kind of crooked, but I'll be honest, I don't really mind, because like I said, I'm not big on titles, so I don't mind. I just felt it needed something in that spot, and gold glitter is always a good idea. So that's the only reason for my title. And you can see me fussing with it, trying to fix it, but it's not gonna be straight in the end, because I'm not very good at that. It says time for tea, which you can see because you're not blind. But it's so awkward to not talk when I'm doing a voiceover. And I'm also impressed with myself because I've been talking for 20 minutes already and I still keep going, which is quite, 20 minutes is a long time for you to be talking to yourself. If you do voiceovers, you know what I mean. So I'm done with that, happy with that, even though it's not straight, but whatever. And here I noticed that the Heidi shine is smudged, so I just go back in to kind of fix it. It's not noticeable at all, to be honest. I kind of had a hard time finding smudges, but it was smudged. And I'm just adding a bit in there, and I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And here are some close-ups that you can see details of what I've done, and also if you wish to see them in a more compact format and one that does not go away, they're on my blog as well. Thank you. Bye.